Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to start our class with a quote that is, "It always seems impossible until it's done." So, maths is just like this quote. Initially, it seems impossible until it's done. So, instead of thinking that it's impossible to do, we have to start solving the questions. So as yesterday we have finished chapter 15, today we are going to do revision of our chapter 15. Let's start revision work. First we will study about the properties of square numbers. Square numbers have various properties. Some of them are given below. As you all know that first square number is 1. And how 1 is first square number? See, what is a square? When we multiply a number by itself, we get the square of that number. So here we are multiplying 1 by 1. So 1 is our first square number. And 1 is first odd number. Second square number is 2 into 2 equals to 4, or we can say 3 plus 1. First odd number plus second odd number is equals to 4. So 4 is our second square number. Third square number is 3 multiplied by 3. 3 multiplied by 3, that is equals to 9. And by adding odd numbers, how we will get? For finding out third square number, we will add first 3 odd numbers. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is equals to 9. Fourth square number, 4 multiplied by 4 equals to 16. And by adding first 4 odd numbers. Now let's move to second property. In this, look at the given pattern which relates the difference of two consecutive square numbers with an odd number. This pattern can be extended further. Pictorially, we can show it as below. 1 is first odd number. If you will see in all these squares, these grey and red balls, these are the difference between first odd number and second odd number, then third, and so on. These balls show the difference between first square number and next square number. So here let's understand 2 multiplied by 2 is 4 minus 1 multiplied by 1. So when we will subtract 1 from 4, we will get 3, or 2 multiplied by 1 plus 1 is equals to 3. So there is a gap of 3 in between first and second square number, and all these are the odd numbers which show the gap of odd numbers between first square number and second square number. This is another pattern. This one is another pattern which relates the difference of square numbers with an odd number is given here. As we have seen the pattern of odd numbers between two square numbers, in the same way we will see here. So first square number is 1, second square number is 4, third square number is 9. So let's see the pattern. 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1 multiplied by 1. Here it is little different from the above one method. Here it was 2 into 1 plus 1, and here it is 2 multiplied by 2 minus 1 equals to 3, and rest all numbers are same, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. And this one you have to do by your own. Now next property is, look at the following pattern of square numbers. 1 multiplied by 1 is equals to 1, that is equals to 1, first odd number. Then 2 multiplied by 2 is equals to 4, and it can be the sum of first odd number, then 2 itself, then first odd number. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. Next 3 into 3 is 9, And in the addition form, how we can write it? 1 plus 2, as this is third square, so 3. We will go up to 3 and then we will do reverse counting. 3, 2, 1. And when we will add all this, what we will get? 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 1, 9, means third square number. Next is 4 multiplied by 4 equals to 16. So in this, we will start from 1 and we will go up to 4. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, and from here we will do reverse. Plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, and when we will add all these, we will get 16. In the same way, 5 multiplied by 5, 25. In this, we will move up to 5 and then reverse counting. In this way, you can extend the series up to any number. Now let's move to next property. Look at the following first 10 square numbers. So these are first 10 square numbers: 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. And if you see the last digits of all these numbers, you will get 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 or 9. Thus, the last digit of a square number can be only one of these. So if you will see square numbers, you will get these digits only. You will not get any other digit except these. Any square number cannot have 2 in its ones place, 3 in its ones place, 7 in its ones place and 8 in its ones place. But it is not necessary that any number containing all these digits or any of these digits in its ones place is a square number. Now let's revise about triangular numbers. And you all know that first triangular number is 1, second triangular number is 3, next triangular number is 6, then 10, then 15. So here we can arrange these numbers in the form of a triangle. So all the numbers to which we can arrange in the form of triangle are triangular numbers. Let's study about the properties of triangular numbers. First triangular number is 1. For finding out second triangular number, which is 3, what we will do? We will add first triangular number, and in first triangular number we will add 2. So we will add 1 and 2 for finding out second triangular number. And when we have to find out third triangular number, what we will do? As you can see, 6 is third triangular number. So for finding out third triangular number, we will add 3 in second triangular number, that is 3. So 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. For finding out fourth triangular number, which is 10, what we will do? We will add third triangular number and 4. For finding out fourth triangular number, we will add 4 in third triangular number. And for finding out fifth triangular number, we will add 5 in fourth triangular number, that is 10. 10 plus 5, 15. If we have to find out sixth triangular number, what we will do? We will add 6 in fifth triangular number. So 15 plus 6 will be 21. And for finding next triangular number, means seventh triangular number, what we will do? We will add 7 in 21, which is sixth triangular number. So 21 plus 7 will be 28. So next triangular number, or we can say seventh triangular number, is 28. There is one more method for finding out triangular number, which is for finding out first triangular number, 1 multiplied by 2 divided by 2. This we have done when we were doing exercises. Second triangular number is equals to 2 multiplied by 3 divided by 2. So for finding out second triangular number, we have to multiply 2. As you can see, second triangular number, and after 2 what number comes? 3. So 2 multiplied by 3 and 2. And we have to always divide by 2. Third triangular number, 3 multiplied by 4 divided by 2. Fourth triangular number, 4 multiplied by 5 divided by 2. And here you have to solve it. So when we will divide this 2 by 2, we will get 1. When we will divide 6 by 2, we will get here 3. When we will divide 12 by 2, we will get 6. When we will divide 20 by 2, we will get 10. Now look at property C. Here you can see 1, 3, 6, 10, 15. So the sum of two consecutive triangular numbers. So we have to find out the sum of two consecutive triangular number. 1 plus 3, here 4. 3 plus 6, 9. 6 plus 10, 16. 10 plus 15, 25. So all these numbers, when we will add two consecutive, means just after 1, next triangular number is 3. When we will add two consecutive triangular number, we will get a square number. So 3 plus 6, 3 is second triangular number, 6 is third triangular number. When we will add these two, we will get 9. 10 plus 6, third triangular number, fourth triangular number. When we will add these two, we will get 16, and 16 is next square number. In this way, we can find out other square numbers as well. Now next property is multiply each triangular number by 9 and add 1 to the product. So what we have to do? First triangular number is 1. We have to multiply 9 in it. Then we have to add in the product of these two. 9 ones are 9. Plus 1 is equals to 10. Next triangular number is 3. We have to multiply it by 9 and then we have to add 1 in their product. 9 3s are 27 plus 1, 28. Then next triangular number 6 multiplied by 9 plus 1 is equals to 55. So thus we can say the sum of 9 times of any triangular number and 1 is a triangular number. If you see, all these are triangular numbers. By this you can get triangular numbers. Now let's move to Pascal's triangle. So what happens in Pascal's triangle? At the top you will have 1, and if you see left side and right side of this 1, there is nothing. So in next step we will take out this 1 as it is. Diagonally we will write this 1. Then in next step, if you see, just here left side and right side you will not see any number. So 1 plus this 0, diagonally we will write 1. Then 1 plus 1, this will come downside 2, and 1, and there is nothing, so 1 will come as it is. In the same way we will follow the pattern. 1, nothing is there, so 1. 1 plus 2, 3. 2 plus 1, 3, and 1 will come as it is. Now next step, nothing, so 1 will come as it is. 3 plus 1, 4. 3 plus 3, 6. 3 plus 1, 4, and 1 will come down. Here 1 plus nothing, 1 will come as it is. 1 plus 4, 5 will come here. 4 plus 6, 10. 6 plus 4, 10. 4 plus 1, 5, and 1 will come down. So in this way you can find out next series or next steps, and this is Pascal's triangle. And here in second row, if you see diagonally, you will get counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And outside you will always have 1. Now let's observe Pascal's triangle. First observation is the first diagonal is all ones. If you will see first diagonal, you will see, if you will see first diagonal, you will see 1. The second diagonal has counting numbers. Second diagonal, this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we will check from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Third diagonal has triangular numbers. This third diagonal has triangular numbers 1, 3, 6, 10, and 15. Second observation is the number of entries in any row is always one more than the numbers of entries in the preceding row. It is saying the number of entries in any row is always one more than the entries in preceding row, means previous one row. If you will see here, only one entry is there. In second row, 2 entries are there. In third row, 1, 2, and 3. 3 entries are there. In fourth row, 4 entries are there. 3 and 4. In next row, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 entries are there. So in the same way, in every row, one more entry is there. Next is the numbers obtained by adding each row form the pattern 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, etc. So the sum of the numbers in any row is double the sum obtained in the preceding row. So we can see here the sum which we are getting in every row when we will move to next row from top to bottom. The sum is just double of the previous one. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4, 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus 16, 32, 32 plus 32, 64. So here the observation regarding Pascal's triangle finishes.